Welcome back to the channel, guys. I don't know where we were at last, but I know where we are now. And we got all the suspension, wheels, and tires and stuff. So we're gonna start giving her on that portion of it. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. This is the DA65s are a little bit different, and they don't have a lot of supporting mods and stuff, and not very many people talk about it either. So I'm gonna guide you through it all because no one else does it. Yeah, so we used mini4x4.ca to order most of our parts. We ordered for a DA63. We got the heavy duty springs with the dual action struts. I think the overall length of those is going to be like 2.25 inches longer than what's in these DA65s. So we're going to have to account for that because I also got the 2-inch lift from them. So we're going to be running probably like 4.5-ish lift. So I'm going to make some leaf blocks. We're going to make a transmission mount to drop it down. Same with the motor and tranny mounts. That's going to drop down. Our steering and stuff is going to drop down, the front diff. And then we'll do an extension for our steering. But today we're going to just start with doing the rear shackles. So we got some drop shackles down. And then we got some rear shocks. Yeah, we're just going to do that for tonight. Get that dialed in, and then, or actually no, we're gonna pull the struts out of the front of this thing because we need the tops for the new ones. So I'm gonna have to take those into work. Maybe I'll try and sneak you guys in there, and we'll video me changing those out. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. I can't wait. Okay, so the first thing with the shackles here, you gotta find out which size we got. 14 mils. We're gonna run into something right away though. I can see it. Gas tank is pretty close here, so this is gonna pile into there. Might have to drop the gas tank. We just might have to. This side, the exhaust might be in our way, but I'm sure we can take this hanger off and then it'll drop down or lift up and we'll get it out of the way. But yeah, gas tank's got to come out to get that other side out. But I was gonna clean the gas tank out anyways, so I think it was meant to be. Okay, so we did undo all those connections for this fuel line or whatever. What I did was, see, there's like a little clippy-do right there. Goes on there like that, and it jams up against there. So I used a pick from the back side and pressed it outwards so it'd go up over this lip, and then I just pulled it off. Could be some special tool or whatever, but it worked. To drop the tank, got one bolt here, one down in there, one over there, one over there. And there she is. She's out. Pretty easy fuel tank to take out. Even if the box was on, would have been still fairly easy. Might have been a little harder to get that fuel connector, but not too bad. And I'm glad I pulled the tank. Well, I had to anyways, but I smelt the fuel and it does not smell good in there. So this truck's probably been sitting for a long time overseas, and then it came here. So yeah, it's good to get some fresh fluid in there. I mean, we did the T-case transmission because it's all in one. We're going to do the diffs, going to change the coolant, all that stuff too. So yeah, let's get back to doing the lift, and then we'll worry about this after. Okay guys, what was supposed to be like a 10-15 minute job just frickin' escalated to something way worse than that. So the stuff that they provided it's all right quality, but they didn't give you the right size bolts. Like, you're squishing the bushing like crazy, and the bottom one, like, the bolt barely gets through at all. So it's like, that's just not gonna work for me. That's just silly. So we're gonna take the stock ones, take them apart, rob the bolts out of these because they're proper, and then put them into this. Kind of sucks because I would have just made my own kit at that point, but it is what it is. You live and you learn, and you can learn from my mistakes. Build your own. It's cheaper and it's not that hard really. So yeah, we're in the process right now. We're gonna drill these out because they're too small, and then the new bolts will fit through, and then we'll be laughing. Easy peasy. Okay, so yeah, after monkeying around with that bullshit, we got her. They are in and they are good. Don't mess around with their stuff. Just take your stock bolts, put them back in. It's well worth it. You won't fight with it. Make sure you Loctite them, and then you know you're good. But we're gonna move on to the shocks. They're super easy. 14 mil up here. Looks like maybe 15 or 16 down there. Socket on one side, wrench on the other. Shock comes out. You'll probably sit with your new boy. Just for some comparison, just even the thickness of this one. These ones are way thicker. They're 2 inches longer, plus they're dual action instead of single action like these guys. So these are going to be a lot better. Okay, now we're moving on to the front here. Pretty simple. Just got to get the struts out. So these 2 bolts here, and then there's 2 more in the cab here. One here, and then you can pull the strut out, and then we're gonna change them at work tomorrow. Okay, and that wraps her up for tonight. We got them out. Compared them to the new struts. They are definitely different. The new struts are about 2.5 inches taller. These ones are like thicker. The strut portion of it is also, like, the rod is thicker, so that's kind of concerning. But we're still gonna try and fit her all in together tomorrow, and then we'll know what we're gonna do. Okay guys, so we got her in the spring compressor, and yeah, we squashed it a little bit. Now we're gonna undo the nut up here. Simple as that. We're gonna use this boot too. A bit. And then I'll take our new strap. Fresh one. That goes on there. And then got our new strut bearing. That'll go in there. And then this top. Get this apart too. That'll come out like that. Pull this one out. This one's actually still in pretty good condition, but we got a new one, so we're putting it in. There we go. So that's all good. So now we just gotta find our nut. This is our nut. Yeah. So we do have to squish it some more. So spring needs to compress. And I almost forgot about the boot. This guy. It's gonna be a little bit bigger, probably slop around because it's not the right one, but it's better than nothing. And I'll figure out something for it later to kind of hold it up. It goes like that. Some more. I got it. I marked it up a little bit, but we got it. Okay, we're home from work now, and it's time to put these in. We also have the 2-inch lift as well, but I don't know if those are going to go in till we make all the body spacers and drop brackets and stuff. So we're going to try and sneak these in first, see if they'll go in, and try and get these front tires on, see what those look like. Well, it happened. Just as we figured, they are too big. But we're going to buy some metal tomorrow to make some drop brackets so we can start dropping everything down, and then they are going to fit. She's going to be lifted pretty good now. I mean, I could have maybe almost gone some bigger tires. We'll see. But I don't know. We're going to put some gas in the gas tank tonight and then make sure she still runs, I guess.